Welcome to our channel Krishnavik. Today I will discuss 19 vital Linux interviews questions and answers which are frequently asked by the interviewer. Let's start. Question 1. What is the purpose of the sudo command in Linux? Answer: the sudo command allows users to execute commands with the privileges of another user, typically the root user. It is commonly used to perform administrative tasks that require elevated permissions. Question 2. How do you find and kill a process using the command line? Answer: the pgrep command is used to find the process ID, or PID, of a running process based on its name. Once we have the PID, we can use the kill command along with the PID to terminate the process. For example, command kill 1234 terminates the process with PID 1234. Question 3. What is a kernel in Linux, and how does it relate to the operating system? Answer: the kernel is the core component of the Linux operating system. It acts as an interface between the hardware and software layers, managing system resources, providing essential services, and facilitating communication between different software components. The kernel is responsible for tasks such as process planning, memory management, device drivers, and system security. Question 4. How do you archive and compress files in Linux using the command line? Answer: the tar command is used to archive files and directories into a single file, while the gzip or bzip2 commands are used to compress files. For example, tar-cvf archive.tar files used to create a tar archive, and gzip archive.tar used to compress it into archive.tar.gz. Question 5. What is the purpose of the ssh command in Linux? Answer: the ssh command is used to establish secure remote shell connections between two Linux systems over a network. It provides a secure way to log into remote machines and execute commands or transfer files securely. Question 6. What is the difference between a hard link and a symbolic link in Linux? Answer: a hard link is a direct reference to an inode file, whereas a symbolic link is a file that contains the path to another file or directory. Hard links can only refer to files within the same file system, while symbolic links can point to files on different file systems. Question 7. How do you check the available disk space on a Linux system? Answer: you can use the df command to display information about file system and disk space usage. By running df-h, you can see the disk space in a more human-readable format, including the available space. Question 8. Explain the usage of the grep command in Linux. Answer: the grep command is used to search for specific patterns within files. It can be used with regular expressions to match and extract text. For example, grep error krishnavik.log searches for the word error in the file krishnavik.log. Question 9. What is the purpose of the chmod command in Linux? Answer: the chmod command is used to change the permissions of files and directories. It allows users to set permissions for read, write, and execute on files or directories for the owner, group, and others. Question 10. How can you check the running processes in Linux? Answer: the ps command is used to list the running processes on a Linux system. By default, ps shows only the processes associated with the current terminal. To display all processes, including those running in the background, you can use ps-e or ps-aux. Question 11. What is the purpose of the rsync command in Linux? Answer. The rsync command is used to efficiently synchronize and transfer files between different locations, whether local or remote. It is commonly used for incremental backups and file transfers, as it only transfers the differences between the source and destination. Question 12. Explain the concept of virtual memory in Linux and its advantages. Answer. Virtual memory is a memory management technique that allows the operating system to use disk space as an extension of physical memory. It provides several benefits, such as enabling the execution of larger programs and multiple programs simultaneously, efficient memory allocation, and isolation of processes from each other. Virtual memory also enables features like memory paging and demand paging. Question 13. What is the purpose of the cron and anacron utilities, and how do they differ? Answer. Both cron and anacron are job planning utilities in Linux. Cron is used for regularly scheduled tasks, typically at fixed intervals or specific times. Anacron, on the other hand, is designed for running tasks on systems that are not always powered on or may be turned off during scheduled task execution. Anacron ensures that missed tasks are executed when the system becomes available. Question 14. How do you create and manage logical volumes in Linux using LVM or Logical Volume Manager? Answer. LVM is a disk management subsystem that allows for flexible management of storage devices in Linux. To create logical volumes, you need to follow these steps respectively. Step 1. Initialize physical volumes. Step 2. Create a volume group using the physical volumes. And Step 3. Create logical volumes within the volume group. Finally, Step 4. You can format the logical volumes with a file system and mount them as desired. Question 15. Explain the difference between a process and a thread in Linux. Answer. A process is an instance of a running program that has its own memory space, file descriptors, and other resources. A thread, on the other hand, is a lightweight execution unit within a process that shares the same memory space and resources as other threads in the process. Threads allow for concurrent execution within a single process. Question 16. Explain the concept of runlevels in Linux and their significance. Answer. Runlevels define different system states in which services and processes are started or stopped. In Linux, runlevels range from 0 to 6, with each runlevel having a specific purpose. For example, runlevel 0 is used for system shutdown, while runlevel 3 is a full multi-user mode. Runlevels provide flexibility in managing system behavior and services based on specific requirements. Question 17. What is the purpose of the iptables command in Linux? Answer. The iptables command is a powerful firewall utility that allows you to configure and manage firewall rules in Linux. It can be used to define rules for packet filtering, network address translation, and other packet manipulations to control incoming and outgoing network traffic. Question 18. Explain the concept of file permissions in Linux and how to modify them. Answer. In Linux, file permissions determine the access rights for users and groups. The permissions are represented by 3 sets of 3 characters: owner, group, and others. Each set specifies read, write, and execute permissions. The chmod command is used to modify file permissions, and the symbolic notation, example, U+X, or numeric notation, example, 777, can be used to specify the permissions. Question 19. How do you monitor system performance and resource usage in Linux? Answer. The top command provides real-time monitoring of system performance. Additionally, tools like vmstat and iostat provide detailed information about virtual memory statistics and I/O statistics, respectively. The SAR command can be used to collect and analyze system activity data over a period of time. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any queries or opinions, please feel free to share them in the comments section below. We appreciate your support and encourage you to revisit our channel in the future. Don't forget to show your appreciation by hitting the like button and subscribing to stay updated with our latest content. Thank you again for your valuable time.